of joy, the mics are lit. Alex, Tim, and Joe bringing the grit. Daily drops for December, you know the drill. Game clubs, the vibe, giving you that thrill. Podmas 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game clubs, the gift, bringing holiday gear. Grab your headphones, tune in tight. Late night laughs or morning light. From RPGs to the classics they play. Spitting fire on the mic every single day. Joey's got the jokes, Tim's got the facts. Alex breaks it down, no game gets lax. Each episode's a gem, they're the squad. This holiday season, they're your pod gods. On this 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game club's the gift, bringing holiday gear.
Welcome to Podmas. I don't know what episode this is. I'm your host, Tim, at Wembembo and everything, and I'm joined by my brother, Joey Fitz.
Ho, 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 Merry Podmas.
And I'm joined by his helpful little elf, Alex.
Ho, 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 Green Giant.
It's close enough. We're going to be doing holiday folklore, as we do every year, because I love this episode. I love weird stuff about history and culture, as you might know from Two Blokes from Blighty. We're going to go around, and we've all each bought 3 holiday folklores from round the world for the festive period. I'm going to start off with Joey for his first one.
Well, before we do that, Tim, it's Christmas Eve Eve.
Is it Christmas Eve Eve?
Christmas
It's
Eve
Christmas
Eve.
Eve.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, wow, isn't that exciting?
That's exciting.
Christmas Eve squared.
Yeah,
Christmas Eve squared.
What are you all getting for Christmas?
well, I don't know.
I'm getting a brand new Lazy Susan.
I'd love a Lazy Susan.
Yeah, well, but it's mine, so it's actually a Lazy Joey.
Okay.
What are you getting, Alex?
Fat mostly.
I've got that. It's overrated. Tim?
I'm getting an overactive stimulant.
No, okay, cool, nice.
Yeah.
Shall I start with my holiday folklore?
If you can, that'd be great. Your first one.
I'm going to start off with the one that is the hardest to pronounce, because I'm sure as the episode goes on, so my sanity will leave. I am going to tell you about Kalinkansarawi. Have either of you heard of Kalinkansarawi?
Yes, I thought I was doing that one.
No, are you? Have I stolen yours? What did I say in the thing? Okay, so Tim,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna let me do that again. I'm gonna do the one that's the hardest to pronounce because it's the first one of the episode, and definitely not my second shot at this after editing. We're gonna do Karen Canolgus.
Tell us about Karen Canolgas.
Karen Canolos. Karen Caracanolos. Caracanolos. That's what we're doing. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a whole podmas of me trying to pronounce this folklore. Karen Canolos is Turkish, Greek, Bulgarian, and Armenian folklore story. Okay.
Okay.
It's a malevolent winter spirit, and it's usually depicted as a hairy ape-like humanid with beastly features, sometimes described with animal legs. And we've got him here now. Alex, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm Karen Colo. Christmas, innit?
So it's I like Christmas in it. There you go. That's the story of Karen Canolos.
That's his catchphrase.
He appears during the 12 nights around midwinter, often linked to the winter solstice or the 12 days of Christmas. Ooh.
Very exciting.
So Karen Canolos roams at night, especially in snow and darkness. Darkness, it's night. There you go. And it stops travelers to ask them questions or confuse them. That's basically all it does. It's known to trick people.
Travelers.
It's Tim.
It's known to trick people into responding incorrectly. And if they respond incorrectly, it can lead to illness, misfortune, or even death.
Can you point me to the pub? Yeah, it's down there to the left. Are you sure you don't mean right? Yes.
If I was a mythical being, this would be me.
Yeah. So,
the Christmas being of inconvenience.
The Christmas being of just being a little bit.
I'm the ghost of Christmas wrong directions.
So This Karen Canolis, you can ward it away by saying some words or formulas that can ward it off. Wrong answers bring bad luck, but if okay, I'm going to move the first one to the last spot because I think it's really funny how they say to deal with Karen Canolis. Garlic, incense, or staying indoors will avoid counters.
Okay.
Encounters, sorry. Let me do
So
that
he's a
line again.
vampire.
Garlic, incense, or staying indoors. Oh my god!
Indoors. He's from
Oh,
Jersey.
you gotta stay indoors.
Hey, it's the Karen Canolis over here.
Get out of here with your canolas.
I'm inconveniencing people over here.
Garlic, incense, or staying indoors helps avoid encounters with Karen Canolis. But the other measure that I've been advised to tell you of is fire. Just use fire.
She's fire.
I mean, the thing is, it doesn't matter who you are. Garlic incense is going to ward most people off because you sat there going, oh, why has that freak got garlic scented incense? And if that doesn't work, blowtorch.
Fire. Use flames to burn.
It's closely linked to another folklore that Tim's going to tell you about. A Greek
Just
folklore.
trees. Filming trees, fire.
But Karen Canolis is closely related to Kalinkanzoros, which Tim is going to tell us about.
I am.
But it's basically a story that says, don't speak to strangers in the snow. And then the next line of my description here says, don't speak to strangers in the snow, brackets, especially if they look like a monster.
A word to the wise.
So there you go. Karen Canolis.
Is this how gentle parenting works?
Yeah.
Don't talk to people in the snow, especially if they look like a monster. He's a vampire, right? He's allergic to garlic and fire. He goes out at night and he's dressed in all black. He's a vampire.
Or consider this: he's just someone who wants to bamboozle you.
Yeah.
He's a
He's Tom
bamboozling
Littlewood.
vampire. He is Tom Littlewood.
Are these directions real or fake?
I'm going to stop talking about Karen Canolis now before we all
You
lose
tell me
our
the way
minds.
into town. Back, smell my garlic.
Right,
Eat
I'm
this
going to go to Alex
blowtorch.
for the next folklore.
Right.
Top that, Alex.
It's a hell of a follow-up, isn't it? I'm going to talk about the Companions of St. Nicholas, because we briefly I say briefly, I talked about one last year, which is our good old friend Krampus. But he's actually one of a group of closely related figures who are said to accompany St. Nicholas through the festive period. These stories have all originated from around about the time and territories of the Holy Roman Empire, or countries that were influenced.
Alex just really likes the Roman Empire.
How often does Tim think about it?
Never, unless he's bullshitting
So
you.
these characters are generally thought to be the same figure, just different cultural takes on them. We're not talking a weird boy band of demons here. It's a duet. It's St. Nicholas and one of the following. Appearance-wise, they're all described to be roughly the same. Black rags, bearing some sort of mask or dark features, unruly black hair. Basically, they are goths. Tim might be a companion of St. Nicholas at this point. They usually carry around some sort of rod or other beating implement, be it a broom or a stick. And some portrayals of them are usually more of a dark, sinister, or a more rustic sort of hedge witch kind of version of St. Nicholas himself, with darker costumes. So I'm going to butcher all these names because most of them are in some form of German or Dutch. So you've got Knecht Ruprecht, which is farmhand Rupert or servant Rupert. He comes from German folklore. A lot of this seems to originate in Germany. He usually carries a long sort of Gandalf type staff and a bag of ashes. He would ask children whether they know their prayers, because remember, this is the Holy Roman Empire times. He would ask children if they know their prayers. If they did, they would receive gifts such as apples, nuts, and gingerbread. If they didn't, he'd beat them with the bag of ashes.
Not the stick.
Not the stick, no, the bag of ashes. The stick's for stability.
Right.
Obviously, we know about Krampus, the funny little goat demon man who runs around town. There's Belsnickel, which is from...
Stop! I've got loads on Bell's Nickel. He's my second thing.
This is
We've got
also
Belsnickel,
intertwined
who
this
will
year.
go too soon. And then we've got Svart Pete or Black Pete. I hope neither of you've got that.
We
do know that. We spoke about it last year. It's not...
We don't want to cover it.
Yeah.
Well, it's from
yeah.
Dutch folklore, and if you want to look him up, look him up.
But don't
it is
Google
considered...
that and then the word parade, because you get a whole lot of blackface.
Especially at work.
Yes.
Tim, did you look it up at work?
Meetings are not a fun place to be.
But yeah, he's a similar figure to Servant Rupert. Beats children with a birch rod. But generally, he's not talked about anymore because of the cultural and ethnic insensitivities surrounding him. So we'll move swiftly on to... there's one last one who I found very last minute from France. This is Père Foutard, Father Whipper in French folklore. He's a companion of Saint Nicholas, known mostly in the far north and east of France and South Belgium. He was said to bring a whip and hit naughty children when they misbehaved. The most popular story about the origin of him is he was an innkeeper or a butcher in some version. He captured 3 boys who appeared to be wealthy and on their way to a religious boarding school. He and his wife killed the children in order to rob them. There is a darker version where they drugged the children, slit their throats, cut them into pieces, and stewed them in a barrel.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. But it's got a happy ending because Saint Nicholas discovered the crime and resurrected the children.
Wow.
And for Old Man Whipper's punishment, he had to basically serve Saint Nicholas as a friend. He was,
That's a terrible story.
There is, as always, because there always is, there is an American bastardization of the story, translated to Father Flog or Spanky.
Nice. I like Spanky.
That's all I'm saying on that.
I feel like Santa needs to get new friends.
He's hanging out with a bad crowd. Right.
He's like the nerd who hangs out with the jocks.
I've got one that Joey alluded to earlier here. The Calicanzari? Calicanzari.
Why not?
They are a malevolent goblin-like creature from Greek folklore that emerge from the center of the earth to cause mischief on the 12 days before Christmas. Sorry, 12 days of Christmas. From Christmas Eve to Epiphany on January 6th. And between this period, these creatures are busy... for the remainder of the year, rather. These creatures are busy in the underworld trying to saw down the tree of life that holds up the world. Every year, as they are just about to finish, Christmas arrives and they are forced to come to the surface. Their time above ground is spent wreaking havoc. They extinguish fires, sour milk, and hide household items. It's a bit of a step down from soaring down the tree of life, but okay. They are mischievous but can also be dangerous, and people go to great lengths to ward them off. Folks use remedies like using a colander on your doorstep. The Calicanzari are said to be so simple-minded, they will sit down and count the holes of the colander all night, forgetting their evil deeds. Or you can hang a pig's jawbone on your door. After the 12 days are up, they return to the underworld and continue their futile task of trying to saw down the tree of life. That's them.
They need a new hobby.
Yeah. It's nice to get a little holiday, though, like away from soaring, because that's got to be really rough on the
where
back.
they have to sit and count the holes in a colander.
Away from soaring.
Yeah.
What's your main priority this week. I'm just soaring.
Soaring.
Saw in the tree of life, yeah.
Tim, do you want me to tell everyone a bit more about Bellsnickel?
Yes, so let's hear more. Let's hear more of Bellsnickel.
So I came across Bellsnickel, apologized, and then looked up stuff about Bellsnickel. That was a jizz joke for anyone who missed it in the room.
Thanks.
So he's a memorable character because he's literally the opposite of Santa. So instead of rewarding kids, he's there to test them. He scolds, questions kids, and hands out both treats and threats. The contrast made him stick in people's mind. And what I really enjoyed was, where does it say? It was, it says what he does. Where is it? I've asked it to tell me like 10 things in brain rot, and now I can't find any of what I actually wanted to say. It says he's usually a scruffy man dressed in furs, sometimes with a mask, and often looking wild or dirty. So that's fun. But he barges into kids' houses, taunts them, and threatens them, which he became really popularized when Dwight from The Office dressed up as Bellsnickel in one of the episodes, and the episode reintroduced Bellsnickel to modern audiences in an over-the-top way. It is really popular in Christmas traditions where people want to see Christmas as something that isn't always sweet and light. It's all about discipline and morality. So he's half Santa, half boogeyman. And he survived with a pop culture revival from The Office. So would you like to hear how Bellsnickel was described in brain rot terms?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't think I do, but yeah.
So there's a few, because I asked it to go through this. It said, bro is just a dollar store Santa in a fur coat, pulls up, drops candy, then threatens to ratio kids with sticks. And then I said, make it more brain rot. And it said, oh, I see, full brain rot mode. It says, Bellsnickel, big furry boomer barges in, yeets candy at kids, then instantly claps the naughty ones with sticks, cackling like a goblin on espresso.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, so that's Bellsnickel.
Good. Alex, your next one.
Yeah. Where's my notes gone? Hang on, sorry. There we go. Right. I'm going to talk about a Christmas figure that is very popular everywhere that we've not talked about yet. I'm going to talk about the Christmas elves.
Oh,
We all know them, the funny little humanoid figures with the pointy ears, the green and red clothes, making presents for Santa and looking after his reindeer. You know, basic modern slavery act stuff. Traditionally, there is no link between elves and Story done. No.
Oh, cool.
This is due to the fact that elves were originally thought to have only been active between May Day and Halloween, so nowhere within the winter months. The link with Christmas is a more modern American thing, trying to expand the role of Santa Claus as a Christmas figure. So, capitalism. The US folklore of Christmas elves was introduced in the mid 1800s. Obviously, Santa's been around in the US from the 1600s, so he's been doing 200 odd years all on his own. Poor guy. Generally speaking, elves are seen as jolly, helpful creatures who want to help Santa, bring joy to the world, blah blah blah. All that positive stuff. General rule within folklore around the world is that elves as a whole are a bit more of a dick.
That tends to be the case with Christmas stories, I'm finding.
Yeah, all Christmas stories come from dark origins. They tend to be quite mischievous and a little bit evil. The origin of the elf is said to have been derived from Norse mythology, which refers to the Alfa, also known as the Hulda folk or the Hidden folk. The Santa elf character is most likely to have been a combination of this Norse legend with other Scandinavian and Celtic cultures and myths regarding elves, fairies, nature spirits. There's various regions in Europe where there's similar beings connected to the elves, such as kobolds in Germany and brownies in Scotland. In medieval Europe at the time, elves were seen as nefarious and often linked to demons. Generally speaking, year round, elves were blamed for causing humans and animals all sorts of pain, disease, and especially elves are especially linked to those with sudden and mysterious onset diseases. This was deemed to stem from the elves' natural malevolence, evil buggers. People would take widespread measures to protect their homes from elves and appease them with gifts to divert their malice. So, you people who are putting elves in your house at Christmas, just remember they are evil demons. And the nice form of the elves that we now see at Christmas is all just part of US capitalism rebranding Santa.
Huh.
Yep.
It's a bit of a spin on the traditional look at elves, as well as like elves in things like Lord of the Rings, but okay.
Yeah, no, not historically speaking, elves are dicks.
Sure. Guys, we've heard of the Yule lads. We've heard of the Yule cat. Have you heard of the Yule goat?
No.
No, but I'm dying to.
While the Yule lads and the Yule cats are some of the most well-known holiday folklore, the Yule goat is a particularly strange tradition with roots in Norse mythology. It comes from Scandinavia, and originally the goat was a symbol associated with Thor, who rode a chariot pulled by two goats. But then, over time, this pagan symbol became intertwined with Christmas festivities. In some parts of Scandinavia, the Yule goat was a mischievous, invisible spirit that would cause trouble in the days leading up to Christmas. To appease it, families would leave out a special sheaf of grain for the goat to eat. However, in other traditions, it became a figure that went from house to house, sometimes in the form just as a person dressed up as a goat, to check on people's Christmas traditions. It would either be a benevolent figure that brought presents or a malevolent one that demanded presents. Either way, sometimes it would just knock people down regardless of what they did. The tradition of creating a decorative straw goat like the famous Gavil goat in Sweden is a modern remnant of this ancient custom. Not as interesting, but we have another member of the Yule family.
I like to think the person dressing up as a goat and going house to house, if it's someone has left out a sheath of grain, they have to fucking eat it.
Yeah.
Just get chowing.
Not again. I'm sick of grain.
Oh no. Yeah, not as fun as the Yule lads or the Yule cat.
No, I think the Yule lads are still like, they're top brass in terms
Top
of Christmas, like Christmas folklore. But this is another member of the Yule family.
So we can extend the Yule lore.
Yeah.
The Yule family
Tim.
tree.
Tim and Alex. The last one I have is a man called Hans Trapp.
Hans Trapp.
Yeah, but I have two versions of this. I have the not brain rot version and the brain rot version.
Okay.
What do you want to hear?
I want to hear the brain rot version.
Alex?
Yeah, can we hear the brain rot version and then try to figure it out bit by bit?
Okay, let's do that. Imagine St. Nicholas's evil older brother, but also cursed medieval Chad.
So he's a big buff evil Santa.
Yeah.
Real life 15th century knight? Yeah, but like the absolute villain energy version who got excommunicated by the Pope because being bad isn't enough. You got to be super bad.
So he's just evil Santa.
He's an Oathbreaker paladin.
Well, hold on. I'm going to make this more brain rot because it's like...
It's like a teacher trying to speak brain rot to the kids.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, kids?
How do you do, fellow kids, etc.?
Chad that gigger. Am I right?
Who out here Chad and they gigger right now?
Imagine a 15th century weirdo who got excommunicated by God himself because apparently being evil wasn't enough. He's like, I will eat your children. I will curse your village. I will haunt your nightmares. Also, I'm tall and lanky, so you can't escape.
But
His
the last
energy?
version said he was muscular. Can't be muscular and lanky.
Well, this is the more brain rot version, so let's go with that. His energy, Satanic sidekick, but with a medieval skull face cosplay and zero chill.
So he's an
Feelings on that?
angry and active anti-Santa.
Well, the next line might be where the story becomes a story. He got struck by lightning and died, and then said, "Ha ha ha! Nope, I'm still coming for you."
Okay.
Picture a ghostly
You've all
scarecrow
done
knight.
it.
Picture a ghostly scarecrow knight wearing hatred and spook vibes, dragging chains and whispering "naughty" into the wind.
Whispering naughty into the wind.
Yeah.
Nosy.
Krampus, who skipped the fun goat horns and went straight to terrorize your childhood soul. This is the word canonically would not be in brain rot, but canonically, he is the idea of bad turned into a sentient holiday horror meme. Too long didn't read. Hans Trap is the unholy final boss of Christmas, and your cookies will not save you.
Right.
Feeling on that?
I mean, he's just bad Santa, but jacked for some reason and lightning proof.
Well, he when he got struck by lightning, and this is the not brain rot, he took on the figure of a scarecrow, and he would haunt children from the fields while they waited for Christmas.
That's some
Looks like a
Courage the
scarecrow.
Cowardly Dog shit.
It is, yeah. I like Hans Trap. I think he's a fun one.
Yeah.
Um,
Alex?
Yeah, so this is what I found while we were recording. So I've read about as much as you guys have read. Have you ever heard of Tio de Nadal?
We did this one last year. It's the poop log, isn't it?
Right, well, I'm gonna go fuck myself then. I have no more.
That's fine. I got one more here. In Latvian folklore, the pukis is a mischievous and sometimes demonic spirit. While strictly not tied to Christmas, it is active during the winter months, and its appearance around the holidays is common enough in Latvian folk tales. The pukis is said to be a creature made up of rolled up cloth, hair, and thread. And when it's animated, it looks like a tiny flying dragon. Its main purpose is to steal things, particularly grains and money, and bring them to its owner. The owner often is a person who has made a deal with the demon and uses the pukis to get rich. The catch, however, is that the pukis is said to be insatiable and must be given constant tasks, a bit like a Meeseeks. If it has nothing to do, it will start to steal things from the owner, leading to ruin. The image of a household pet that is secretly a demon-spawned, wealth-stealing flying object is a bizarre, truly unique piece of folklore and common in Latvian towns. They just make little hair dragons.
nice. Well, there you have it.
There you go.
What was your favourite one, Alex? Alex?
Hello?
I was pretending to be frozen so you didn't ask me first.
Oh.
Damn it! Well,
What was his favourite?
I really liked the poop log that I wasn't allowed to talk about.
When they-
Yeah, come on, let's remind people of the poop log.
Just Tio de Nadal.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Thanks.
So it's a log that children in the home have to look after. They have to feed it. They have to keep it warm, give it a little blanket, and treat it like you would a younger sibling. So this begins at the Feast of the Immaculate Conception on December the 8th, and they have to do this every night and take good care of the log. Because if they take good care of the log every single day, on Christmas Eve, they get to put it half into the fire and it will poop out presents for them.
Have you
Right.
heard the thing about where they beat it and chant something like shit log, you better drop presents?
Wait,
yeah,
no,
we
I've
spoke
got
about it last year.
No, Tim, I've got the song here.
Oh, fantastic. Give us the
Right.
song.
So I'm doing the English version because there is not a chance that I'm reading Catalan. Shit Tio, hazelnuts and nougats. Do not shit herrings, for they are too salty. Shit nuggets, for they taste better. Oh, sorry, shit nougats, for they taste better. Shit Tio, almonds and nougats. And if you don't want to shit, I will hit you with a stick. Shit Tio.
I prefer Tim's shitlog, give me good presents.
I mean,
But,
that's basically
It's the
what it
gist.
is.
Yeah,
Because Tio
Well-
is log.
there you go.
Good. Right, well, that brings an end to our holiday folklore special. Audience, let us know if you know of any fun holiday folklore
Because
in
we
our
are
Discord.
desperately running out of them.
No, it's fine. We have until next year. We've done
I
this
think
episode
next year
now.
we're going to have to look at tradition as well as folklore.
I think so too. But that's a problem for next year. We will see everyone. Are we doing an episode for tomorrow, Christmas Eve? Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it every day this month, Tim. Tim, it's the 23rd. I should hope you know this by now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know it. All right. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, Tim. Play the jingle.
It's the season of joy, the mics are lit. Alex, Tim, and Joe bringing the grit. Daily drops for December, you know the drill. Game clubs, the vibe, giving you that thrill. Podmas 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game clubs, the gift, bringing holiday gear. Grab your headphones, tune in tight. Late night laughs or morning light. From RPGs to the classics they play. Spitting fire on the mic every single day. Joey's got the jokes, Tim's got the facts. Alex breaks it down, no game gets lax. Each episode's a gem, they're the squad. This holiday season, they're your pod gods. On the 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game club's the gift, bringing holiday gear.
Shitlog, give me good presents.